Hey everybody, this is Neil Allen, the comic creator behind the series Zatswan Multiversal Guardian, which you can read over at zatswan.com. And today I actually have something pretty special for you. It's a review of the 12 set of Derwent Coloursoft colored pencils. These pencils are pretty interesting to me because there is a lot of mixed reception online about them, and I got this 12 set because I found a good deal on it, and I wanted to discover for myself what I thought of these pencils. I was actually more in the market for Derwent Pro Color colored pencils, which is a different line that Derwent has, but I came across these and decided I would see for myself. I have recorded some footage of myself coloring with these pencils, but before we get into that, I will just kind of cut to the quick and give you a mini review of what I think of these. Now the question is, are they worth getting, of course, and from my point of view, coming from a person who owns full sets of many popular brands of pencil like Prismacolor, Premier, Holbein, artist colored pencils, Polychromos, Luminance, Caran d'Ache Luminance, and probably Arteza and some other brands I'm forgetting. And I also have other various sets, not full sets of other pencils like the Blick Studio pencils. I'm telling you this just to kind of let you know what my perspective is, where I'm coming from. I have a good deal of colored pencils. I'm sure there are many people who have many more than me, but it's not like I needed a colored pencil set. I was wondering if these had anything special to offer that makes them worth having in my repertoire of pencils, and the answer is yes. Actually, I bring up all those pencils because out of everything I've tried, there's nothing on the market that I've discovered quite like the Derwent Coloursoft pencils. They are soft, very soft, but they're not that waxy, creamy, buttery kind of soft that a Prismacolor Premier is. They are more of a powdery, velvety type of soft that has kind of more of a matte feeling than the sort of waxiness that the Prismacolors display. What I think they're very good at is mixing colors. At first, you get really fast coverage with these, and they're really, really good at mixing, which is really useful if you have like a small set like this, like a 12 set, because to get the most out of a set of this size, you're going to need to mix colors, and I find that the Derwent Coloursoft mix really well. So to keep it a bit short with the mini review, the big pluses I would say with the Coloursoft are excellent color mixing and very fast coverage, and the blending just happens very naturally. A lot of people have said like the pencils don't blend well and they don't layer well, like you could only get a very small amount of layers with them, but that just has not been my experience. I've also seen criticism that they always can only retain like a sort of rougher texture, like something like an unblended colored pencil or a crayon. That was not my experience either. You could get very smooth, very blended looks. But if you're getting a result like that, you might want to look up into changing your paper. The paper that is used in this video is Aliona Nicholson's brush and pencil Lux Archival sanded paper. I believe it's 400 grit that I use. So I found very, very good results with these pencils on that paper. Very smooth blends, took lots of layers, had no problem with that. Great color mixing. If there's only one bad thing I could say about these pencils, is that I did experience a number of breakage. That didn't turn me completely off from the pencil, but keep that in mind. That might happen. They're a very soft pencil, and soft pencils, you know, can have a problem with that. My recommendations would be just try to find a good sharpener for a good pencil. Don't use old sharpeners. Keep the blades pretty fresh. When you're using these soft pencils, you probably really want to have really fresh blades. I would say that will probably mitigate the problem to a degree. Again, I think breakage is kind of just an unfortunate reality of this medium that we work with. Pencils break. Softer pencils, they break. And when I say break, I'm not saying, like, for those who don't know, the pencil breaks in half or something, but that the core, it can just fall out. Some of the core can just fall out when you're trying to sharpen it. So that is the only thing that I would criticize these pencils for. Some people would say use as a criticism that they don't do good with detail work, but I don't view that as a criticism. I just view that as these pencils were not really designed for really tight detail work. I think I'm not Derwent, but I think that they were made in response to people feeling that the Derwent artist colored pencils were too hard. So Derwent, in response to that criticism, I believe came out with this Coloursoft pencil. So if you want that tight detail work, there are other pencils that you could use. Personally, I use Prismacolor Verithin, but you could also look into the Derwent artist as well if you kind of want to stick with this brand. In conclusion, I'm really happy with the artwork I was able to achieve with the Derwent Coloursoft pencils, and I really enjoyed using them. The advantage of these pencils is their soft, velvety laydown, superb color mixing, and very fast coverage compared to other pencils. I'd say the biggest disadvantage is the breakage issue. Due to the soft core, I found the pencils prone to breaking more than I would like. So you want to use extra care when sharpening and handling them. The fresher the blades you're using, the better, of course. Then there's the expense. While the pencils aren't exorbitantly priced, they're at such a level where I think one should put careful thought into their potential purchase. And once you're at this price point, you have many great options of pencils available to you. I think these are great and unique pencils, unlike any other pencil on the market, and they're good to have. Whether I would recommend them to you specifically depends on your situation, such as what other pencils you own, how much you're willing to spend, and what your coloring style is like. For a specific example, if you're someone who doesn't like a polychromos pencil because the coverage is too slow and you like mixing colors, and you're willing to buy pencils around that price range, then I would point you directly to the Derwent Coloursoft. If you're someone who absolutely positively does not want to deal with the likelihood of a broken off tip here or there, especially at this price range, and or you're looking for a pencil that excels at sharp lines and detail work, and you want a very wide assortment of colors readily available without having to mix, then I would steer you away from the Derwent Coloursoft pencils. I hope these thoughts and the demonstrations were helpful. If so, please comment, like, and share, and check out my own free webcomic at Zatswan.com. Take care.